do you mean by that?
But I'm not a black bitch, and I'm not a savage, but I'm scared that you might cheat on me with the black hood bitch, and she's gonna have a fat ass, and I have a flat ass.
Listen, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, so I wasn't aware that she had an album out, or that, it was an album of racial insecurities about her man Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriends. And this is per the accusations of Swifties and others from the demo. And because I cover mostly the drama and nuance of sports and entertainment, we'll talk about it right now on Doing It for GP.
You can't handle the truth.
As the whole becomes apart, I strike to burn, and the flame returns.
Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Mac back with some thoughts, with some opinions, with some reactions. Wipe your feet off as you come in. Hit the like button if you so choose, and hopefully you stay a while. Shout out to the supporters. And with that said, let's take this walk. In 2025, it's very hard to not at least be aware of who Taylor Swift is, especially if you're in America. And at this point, you know who she's in a relationship with, as it's been plastered all over media and social media for the past 2 years. That would be NFL player for the Kansas City Chiefs, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce has a history of having a dating roster consisting of all black women. As I mentioned earlier, some seem to think that Taylor is attacking that dating history in a dog whistly type of way. So I came across one video.
Taylor Swift has revealed herself to be resentful of black women, or at least deeply insecure when it comes to comparing herself to black women. In the song Opalite, Taylor is referencing Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend, Kayla Nicole. The lyrics of Opalite include, "You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite." So Taylor is not only using the lyrics in the song to talk about how she is so much better for Travis than his ex-girlfriend is, which is inconsiderate on its face. What did that lady ever do to you? But she is choosing to do that using the imagery of onyx, which is typically black, and opalite, which is typically white. Or in Eldest Daughter, Taylor says, "I'm not a bad bitch, and this isn't savage, but I'm never gonna let you down." The language of bad bitch and savage are primarily associated with black women, at least in this context, especially black women in hip-hop. Both make me think of Megan Thee Stallion immediately. And there were rumors that Travis was trying to holler at Megan back in 2023, shortly before Travis and Taylor started dating. So I read this lyric as, "Sorry, I'm not a hot, cool black woman like he usually dates." Or in Wishlist, she says they want a fat ass and a baby face. Big booties are not unique to black women, but if we're all being honest here about the associations of black women's bodies over the last 400 years, big booties are and have been associated with black women. Now, could I understand why Taylor might be insecure about this? Yeah. Knowing that thousands, if not millions of people are looking at your man's exes and then looking at you like, huh? Would make me insecure too. But to be even relatively conscious of the trope of white men dating black women until it's time to settle down and have white babies, or the trope of men dating black women until they get richer or more famous, or to know the way that Kayla Nicole has been dragged to hell and back because her high-profile ex, a white man, started a very public relationship with one of the biggest pop stars in the world, a white woman, and how many people hurled racist jokes at her and black women generally for it, to know all that and still dunk on her one more time to your millions of loyal fans, for this to come up on at least 3 different songs in one album, for her to play into harmful tropes that she has to be aware of, and for so many of Taylor's fans to not notice or just not care, this album is simply not for me. There is enough thinly veiled racial resentment in the world toward black women. I don't need it in my pop bops.
I said, okay, piqued my interest, wanted confirmation, and saw another one saying a lot of the same things, adding some important notes.
I saw a lot of people saying that the song Opalite was giving that Taylor Swift was really jealous and insecure about the fact that her boyfriend had previously only dated black women. And I like some of Taylor's songs, but I'm not a Taylor fan, so I don't really know Travis Kelce's lore like that. And so I decided to look it up. He dated Maya Benberry, Zuri Hall, and most recently, Kayla Nicole. And now he's dating Taylor Swift. Then let's go to the song Opalite. And that's what I told you, it's all right. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite. This verse, you couldn't understand it while you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in your phone and you were just supposed. This is clearly about Travis. He was sleepless in the onyx night, but now his sky is opalite. This is onyx. It is a normally black rock. This is opalite. It is a shiny, ethereal, white, milky rock. Travis Kelce was sleepless with all of his exes in the onyx night. But now, with Taylor Swift, his sky is opalite. I don't know. This paired with the fact that how many exes has Taylor Swift had? Taylor Swift has had 10 exes, all of which who are white, except for Taylor Lautner, who was mixed German, Dutch, Irish, and Native American. This is fishy to me. This is kind of fishy. Like, but you know what's kind of funny about this, or is ironic to me, is she is comparing Travis Kelce's exes to onyx and herself as opalite, is that onyx is naturally occurring. It's natural, formed under pressure. Opalite, however, is luminescent, but man-made, manufactured. It's not real.
This is one of those instances where, you know, someone points up and says, look, the sky's blue. And then you look up and yeah, the sky's f***ing blue. But I think I know how we got to this point with Taylor Swift. I think we all know how.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. And yeah, you have to understand at that time, people were defending Taylor for being interrupted. There weren't many, if any, attacking the sentiment of what Kanye said. I believe at that moment, Taylor realized that her best to some might have been very, very mediocre to others. And that's not a black-white thing in essence. You know, it's just that Taylor's music is bland and cookie cutter. She makes Walmart music. But, you know, who's to say Taylor didn't take it as a black-white thing? You know, I'm great, I'm Taylor, but I'm still not Beyonce. I'm still not a bad bitch. I'm still not a savage. You know, and I believe that's creeped into her relationship because of, you know, Travis's dating history. Black woman, a little bit more voluptuous, you know, got that bad bitch aura. And Taylor saying, hey, I'm great, I'm Taylor, but I may not live up physically or personality wise to, I guess, what he's used to. Problem is, she's adding on to that, possibly trying to solidify her union, you know, by basically saying, them bitches is loud, broke, on food stamps, Kool-Aid, drinking black rocks. And I'm your ticket to a life of white rock bliss. I'm paraphrasing. And it's like, slow down, Taylor. This Travis Kelce looks like he drives NASCAR and flies Confederate flags at picnics. I believe you've won. End of the day, if it looked like a duck and walks like a duck, it's a f***ing duck. And the way Taylor is moving, it's certainly f***ing quacky. But what do I know? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you like the content, hit the notification bell. And with that said, hopefully you've been entertained and informed while passing this precious time that we have. And hopefully I've earned your sub. I go by the name of Mac. This has been Doing It for GP. Till next time.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here.
You never did me, I spit the truth. Call you aware, fear-driven niggas get the boot. All of you squares couldn't fit up in my circle. All of us red and will hurt you severe. Slow your roll, nigga, patience is a virtue. Yeah, and a nigga bite any bark. When I black out, how you gon' hide in the dark?